Guys, it's Rachel here and we are doing Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and sorry, we're going to work on that one after. So all I've done is stitch on the butterfly and I stitched down those bits here. I love that too. Look, I think it could be beautiful this way as well. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Love it. Anyway, so we're going to finish this one. And what I'm going to do is just use this. Oh, I've already got a knot. I don't even know what size my base is going to be yet. This is me. This is how I do it. Just make it up. This is going to be a little bit fiddly for a minute. It's not even going to match properly. You know what I might do is I'll put them like this. Whip stitch across. And then we'll work out the size of the base. Because I want it to be wonky. So that's why I'm not being pedantic or worrying about my base too much. Just trying to direct with it. I'm going to like these stitches along here. It's going to be a bit tough because it's quite thick, the quilt. Well, parts of it it's not, because some of the wadding has gone away, and parts of it's super thick. Loving all the vessels, guys, just amazing. And dear Pam made six or seven, and absolutely love them. And she did a craft schools course. They're amazing. That's Ruth. She's amazing. She's in Australia, in Melbourne, I think. In fact, I might buy that course too. I might like to make them like Pam's. They are beautiful. Anyway, that's food for thought. I'm just watching Wonderful Kate too while I was just catching up. And she's been at the Green Door. She had been at the Green Door with my mama. And Mum said they had the best time. They stayed in really late. And I just so enjoy watching you, Kate. I'm so excited that you're also doing the stitching as well as the journaling. And put your hand up if you're loving watching Kate. I'll link her channel down below. And the other thing I wanted to mention was Wonderful Pam, who's a dear friend from Pandora's Junk Journal. She I think I mentioned it before, she's making a gorgeous flip-flop journal. And she used some of my, I had sent her some of my fabric before I released it to ask her thoughts. And she's been stitching away, and I just love them. It makes me want to get out there and have a go, but I've been a bit busy. But I'm getting on top of things. Well, I have a lot of cutting to do, guys, because my I had 2 orders of fabric arrive and I've got a lot to cut. So I've just been trying to get some of that done. And our house looks like a bomb hit, and I just really want to get some order, and then I need to do some more stitching. And paper done as well. And so many things. I forgot yesterday to upload my video, so you will get that video later today as well. I will post it today, my what's in my box Tuesday. Sorry guys, it was a bit of a hectic day yesterday. It doesn't quite meet. That'll enhance the wonkiness of it all. I'm just going to put a knot, 2 knots maybe. And there we go. Now, I have no idea. It's a bit funny there. I love that. Oh, look at that. Oh. Okay, I don't know how big, but do you know what I have? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to I'll just go finish off my brekkie smoothie. That one. That's it. That's how I'm gonna. That's how I do it. Aren't I lucky that it fits? Even if it was too small, and I might like it to be too small, I thought I'd use a bit of this, and I might have the colour inside. So when you look down, not that you're going to look down in there, but you'll be able to see the colour. So I'm going to cut that. First, I'm going to draw. I'm just going to draw with a pen because you won't be able to see it. I might just for the moment leave because I haven't worked this out, leave just a little bit of a, what do you call it? Seam? No. Yes? Seam allowance, that's it. Oh my goodness, because I've gone non-technical, I've forgotten all my technical terms. Let's just see how I'm going to do this. Yeah. I'm just going to willy-nilly stitch that on. Can you see in there? Oh, I have to stand up. Oh, it's upside down. Excuse me. Oh, it's so cool. It's taller than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so all I'm going to do is grab my thread. I'm using the Perle cotton, number 8. And I am just going to simply, I'll start at the back here. No, I think I'll start at the front. So if I've got to do any gathering, it's going to be raw edge. I'm not turning or anything like that. I might just slot that. I think I'm just going to whip stitch it on like this. Might be a little bit fiddly. I'll try not to pull it. My tendency is to pull it towards me because I need to see what I'm doing. But then you can't see. Oh my goodness, and I've already unthreaded. I'm going to need a lot more thread than that. I don't know if this will work. We'll just see. I can always take it out if it doesn't. I may have needed it a bit bigger, but I actually kind of wanted to gather it in, so. And I'm just going to try and slide forward when putting my stitches in. I've got lots of layers here that I can slide in between. Oy. I'm just gonna now, one thing you could do, you could just do a quick tack if you want to see how you're going to go before you do your final stitching. I'm just sort of gathering it a little bit as I go, so I don't get a big gaping bit at the end, which I'm sure I will. It really was, this one was a really, well, depending what you did on it, but it was a really reasonably quick sort of project to do. Because I used the quilt too, I didn't have to do too much to it, did I? But I did want to enjoy this quilt. Okay. I'm going to run out of thread. I could put my paintbrushes in here. I think it would hold them. You could probably find, you know what you could do? You could find a tall vase and put the vase in, and then you could have flowers. It could be hold flowers. Okay, I'm going to end this off and get another piece. Nearly there. I did want it to be rough and ready, and I think I've achieved that. And I'm glad I kind of decided to stick with the one colour with the thread, because I think it goes well with all the other colours that are happening. Now here I'm just going to grab that too, because that seems to be have a bit of a, otherwise, oh, didn't work. Had to go in further and just make sure, yeah, it's closing, and yeah, it's going to be pretty good. Just squeeze that like that. Now I could reverse this if I wanted to. When I get sick of looking at it on that side, I'll just flip it, turn it around. Well, have a look. I'll try and turn it, see how it looks. Now that was just pot luck that I had a circle on my thing that was going to be okay. I did not work any of that out. I think what I would do if I wanted to work it out is I'd measure how long my piece is and say, what is the diameter of a circle with this circumference, which would be the length of your piece, and then you'll get how the diameter of your circle. Is that right? I think that's what I would do. I'd just Google it, but I didn't have to. That would have to be the most simple vessel ever. Done. Oh, I love it. Okay. I can't believe I finished a project a week early. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it. You can't see it standing up, but it's just heaven. And it's not, it's sort of wonking that way, and that's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want it to be all perfect. And now what will happen, I won't pull too hard because it is all hand stitched. Let's just have a little looky what it looks like around. Oh look, I could even roll it down. Let's just have a little look and see. So it would be even more wonky because that's kind of puffy. And then that's, oh, and that's the other way. That won't stand up so well. Maybe I'd have to put something in it. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, isn't that cute? That way as well. Anyway, it's going to go around the other way, the way it was intended. And I'm super happy with it. I hope I'm not pulling it apart. Probably am. It's making me hot doing this. Too much activity. There we go. I like that. And stitching it like that, I notice, has made this sort of sit flat too. I can roll that over if I want to, but I don't think I will. I'm just going to have it because I've got all those nice details on it. But super excited about that. When I've finished if I finish this other one, this one's going to have more work on it though, or maybe not. I will photograph them together. Yes, I'm very excited about that. Okay, so let's move over to this one. I haven't stitched anything on yet, but I want it because I want it to wait. And I've got this, this is a wool felt. It's Italian wool felt. It's quite thick, and I thought it's quite nice to stitch through, and I thought I was just going to pin that down here, and I'm going to cut a piece of that out and start stitching into it. It's going to give it some nice strength, and I don't need any interfacing or anything like that. There's been lots of questions about that sort of thing. No interfacing needed if you use a wool blanket or a piece of wool felt or something, or actually even a synthetic felt would do it, but it probably wouldn't be quite as nice to stitch into. Whereas this is going to be nice. Okay, so that's going to give it some body. And now I'm going to, unthreaded. I'm going to stitch down these bits. I'll do a little bit with you guys and then I'll pause it. I don't really know what I want to do on here. I'm not even going to worry about attaching all of the felt yet. Oh, it's so nice to stitch through. I can't tell you. It's like going through a wool blanket. It doesn't really matter what color, although yeah, I might not cover it up, so I'll just see. I haven't thought that far ahead. I may not get this one finished, but at least we get it started. I'm getting a nice, I'm glad I decided to wait to stitch them on until I cut the wool, the wool felt, because I'm getting some nice sort of texture, like the stitches are because it's squishy. Now I'm just going to do some stitches around this. Might move that over there. So next week I think we'll embellish this one. I'll make it up in the same way as the other one, but next week we'll do the embellishing, I think, because I need to sort of have a little think about it. I just wanted to finish a little bit just so we could see the effect on the wool felt. It's probably a millimetre thick. It's not thin felt. I think I'll end this off and get a better piece. And you can see the stitches here, but I think I'm going to leave it. I might like that. I may put some things inside. Oh yes, let's put some things inside. This is much more pleasant to stitch through than this bamboo stuff. I won't get that one done. That will be a work in progress for goodness knows how long. I've got two plastic boxes here. I just literally gathered up all my incomplete stuff that I had piled on the table over there, just next to me. And I've just gathered it all up and put it in a box. So it will just go back in there. These were in there. Well, this one was, those two, but that one I started with you guys. Okay, so we'll go around here. Okay, so I just need to end this off because I don't want big, long, hooked onto a pin. You know, I don't want to jump across because you'll be able to, I'm not going to line it actually. I don't think so. Instead, I'm going to embellish. So some parts of this sort of trim is kind of like a lace, but it's more, I don't know, it's not a lacy lace, it's one of those heavier duty sort of ones. There's bits that are really super thick, So can you see, you kind of get, it's a bit like quilting, you get a bit of, I don't know, it's hard to explain, you know what I mean, the rippled sort of thing. So I'm not actually going to go around and stitch all of the felt to this. I'm not going to go around and stitch because there's going to be other stitching on here. So I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I'll keep the pins in there where I need to. But once I stitch these down, it's all going to be pretty well attached except for up there. Here I'm just going to jump across and put a few stitches in to hold it in place. What fun! Vessels are fun. Who knew? I think all the projects have been super fun. Yeah, I've really enjoyed all of them. I loved making my dilly bag with all that extensive embroidery, and I loved making the horsewhip. Trifold pouchy, I like making trifold pouches, but I've made many of those. You know, been making those for years, so in that style, that way sort of thing, so wasn't new to me, but the horsewhip was new, and I enjoyed the cuff, but probably wasn't my favorite thing to make. I did enjoy making it though, and I love it, and I've got it over here so I can see it. Yeah, but my favorites were probably, I can't remember what we did last month. What did we do last month? Let me look around. I've got my horsewhip, the dilly bag. Oh, the box. Oh, I love the box. The box is wonderful and so useful. Oh my goodness, we can do so much with that. Yep, love making the box, and I love making the vessels. So there we go. Okay, so I can end that off. Actually, I could. No, I said I wasn't going to do that. Right. Well, can you just see it sort of, because it's got a thickness when you stitch, that sort of goes in, and then this comes up. You get a bit of texture and movement. So this one is finished, and I absolutely love it. And it's going to have something in it, and we're making this one now. I'll stitch this all on, and next week I'll have some ideas about embellishing it and see if we can get it done. So I hope you all have a great Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.